In a move that has sent shockwaves through both the legal and political worlds, a new controversy is unfolding that has captured the attention of the nation. The intersection of law, politics, and personal conduct is once again at the forefront, as the actions of high-profile officials come under intense scrutiny. Trump administration officials have now set their sights on New York Attorney General Letitia James, launching a detailed investigation into her personal real estate transactions. This development marks a significant escalation in the ongoing tensions between James and the former president's allies, as they dig deep into her financial history in search of potential wrongdoing. At the center of the storm are allegations that James falsified records in order to secure more favorable loan terms on properties she owns. According to sources close to the investigation, officials are examining whether James provided misleading information on mortgage documents, potentially crossing legal boundaries in the process. If these accusations are substantiated, the consequences could be severe. Not only could James face legal penalties, but her professional reputation and career as New York's top law enforcement officer would also be at stake. The gravity of the situation cannot be overstated, as the outcome could reshape the political landscape in New York and beyond. The controversy specifically revolves around mortgage applications for two properties owned by James, one located in Virginia and another in New York. Investigators are poring over the details of these transactions, looking for inconsistencies or evidence of intentional misrepresentation. Trump officials allege that James misrepresented her primary residence on official documents, a move that could have allowed her to access better loan rates or terms than she was otherwise entitled to. In addition, they claim she falsely listed her father as her spouse on these applications, a detail that, if true, would constitute a clear violation of lending regulations and raise serious ethical questions. These accusations, taken together, paint a picture of deliberate deception. The suggestion is that James may have sought to gain an unfair advantage by providing false information to financial institutions, potentially undermining the integrity of the mortgage process itself. The timing of these allegations has not gone unnoticed. Coming at a moment when political tensions are already high, the move has fueled widespread speculation about the true motivations behind the investigation. Many observers question whether this is a genuine pursuit of justice or a calculated attempt to damage a prominent political adversary. The scrutiny into James's real estate dealings follows closely on the heels of her high-profile legal victories against Donald Trump and his business empire. For many, this sequence of events suggests a retaliatory tactic, designed to discredit and silence a vocal critic of the former president. The optics of the situation have only intensified the debate, with supporters and detractors alike weighing in on the fairness and legitimacy of the investigation. As the story continues to unfold, the allegations against Letitia James have injected yet another layer of complexity into the already fraught relationship between Trump and his opponents. The case further blurs the lines between legal pursuits and political vendettas, leaving the public to wonder where justice ends and political gamesmanship begins. With both sides digging in, the nation watches closely, aware that the outcome could have far-reaching implications for the future of American politics and the rule of law. Letitia James has responded to the accusations with a mix of defiance and disdain, categorically denying any wrongdoing and characterizing the allegations as a politically motivated smear campaign orchestrated by her opponents. Her office has vehemently refuted the claims of mortgage fraud, asserting that they are baseless and lack any credible evidence. James's legal team has maintained that she has always conducted herself with the utmost integrity, both in her personal and professional life. They argue that the timing of these accusations, emerging shortly after she secured a significant legal victory against Trump, is highly suspect and points to a clear pattern of retaliation against those who challenged the former president. Furthermore, James's office has accused Trump and his allies of attempting to distract from the former president's own legal troubles by launching these baseless attacks. They argue that this is a classic diversionary tactic, designed to shift focus away from Trump's own alleged wrongdoings and create a false equivalency between his actions and those of his critics. The allegations against James, they contend, are a desperate attempt to silence a powerful voice that has consistently held Trump accountable for his actions. The allegations currently swirling around Letitia James have a familiar ring to them, echoing a pattern of accusations that have been repeatedly leveled against Donald Trump himself, throughout his long and controversial career in business and politics. For decades, Trump has been no stranger to legal scrutiny, with his name frequently appearing in headlines about lawsuits, investigations, and courtroom showdowns. The parallels between the accusations against James and those that have dogged Trump are striking, and they invite a closer look at the former president's own history with similar claims. Ironically, Trump has faced a long list of allegations of financial impropriety, including persistent claims that he inflated the value of his assets to secure favorable loans, insurance policies, and tax breaks. These accusations have been at the center of multiple investigations, some of which have spanned years and involved extensive reviews of his business records. From the Trump Organization's real estate deals to his personal tax returns, questions about the accuracy and honesty of Trump's financial disclosures have been a recurring theme, casting a shadow over his business empire and political ambitions alike. This well-documented history of alleged financial misconduct adds another layer of intrigue and complexity to the current situation. It raises important questions about whether there is a double standard at play and about the motivations behind the accusations now being directed at Letitia James. Are these new allegations a genuine concern, or are they part of a broader strategy to discredit those who have held Trump accountable in the past? The overlap between the accusations against James and the legal challenges Trump has faced is hard to ignore, and it has become a focal point in the ongoing debate over fairness and accountability in the justice system. Critics argue that the Trump administration's decision to target James with allegations that closely mirror those previously levied against the former president smacks of hypocrisy. They see it as a calculated move to shift the narrative and deflect attention from Trump's own legal troubles. By accusing James of the very misconduct he has been accused of, Trump and his allies appear to be engaging in a form of political gamesmanship that seeks to blur the lines between accuser and accused. Observers point to a consistent pattern in Trump's approach to legal challenges. When faced with investigations or criticism, he and his supporters often respond by launching counter-accusations against his opponents. This tactic, they argue, is not new. It has been used repeatedly to muddy the waters, create confusion, and foster a sense of false equivalence between Trump's actions and those of his critics. By casting doubt on the integrity of those investigating him, Trump seeks to undermine their credibility and rally his base around the idea that he is the victim of a politically motivated witch hunt. This strategy, according to analysts, is designed to erode public trust in the legal process and to make it more difficult for the public to distinguish between legitimate investigations and politically motivated attacks. By framing the situation as a battle between equally flawed adversaries, Trump and his allies hope to neutralize criticism and maintain support among his followers, even as the legal challenges mount. The fact that Trump himself has gone so far as to publicly accuse Letitia James of corruption and to demand her resignation, all while he remains under intense scrutiny for his own business dealings, only reinforces the perception of a double standard. His vocal attacks on James are seen by many as an attempt to intimidate and discredit a powerful adversary who has played a key role in investigating his financial affairs. This perceived hypocrisy continues to fuel skepticism and outrage among Trump's critics, who view the allegations against James as a desperate attempt to silence her and to undermine the ongoing investigations into Trump's business empire. For them, the situation is not just about individual allegations, but about the broader struggle for accountability and the rule of law in American politics. As the legal battles play out in the courts and in the court of public opinion, the echoes of Trump's own history with similar allegations serve as a constant reminder of the high stakes and deep divisions at the heart of this controversy. Adding to the intrigue and deepening the mystery surrounding the allegations against Letitia James is the deafening silence emanating from the Department of Justice. In a case that has already captured national attention, the lack of any official response from the DOJ has only intensified the sense of suspense and speculation. Despite the fact that a criminal referral was submitted by officials from the Trump administration, the Department of Justice has so far refrained from making any public statements or clarifying its position. This silence is notable, especially given the high-profile nature of the case and the intense media scrutiny it has attracted. The absence of comment has left the future of the case shrouded in uncertainty, with observers left to wonder what steps, if any, the DOJ will take next. This ongoing silence has become a catalyst for rampant speculation, fueling a whirlwind of theories and raising pressing questions about the DOJ's intentions. Will the department choose to launch a full-scale investigation, or will it ultimately decide not to pursue charges against Letitia James? Legal experts, political analysts, and the public alike are left to read between the lines, searching for any hint or signal from the DOJ about its next move. The lack of transparency has also led to a proliferation of rumors and conjecture across news outlets and social media platforms. Some believe the DOJ is meticulously reviewing the evidence before making a move, while others suspect internal debates or political calculations may be delaying a decision. The uncertainty has only served to heighten the drama, with every day of silence adding to the tension. The department's eventual decision on how to proceed will be closely scrutinized, as it carries significant implications not just for Letitia James, but also for former President Trump and the broader political landscape. The stakes are high, and the outcome could set important precedents for how similar cases are handled in the future. Should the DOJ opt to pursue charges, it could trigger a lengthy and highly publicized legal battle. Such a development might not only impact James's ability to fulfill her responsibilities as Attorney General, but could also become a major flashpoint in the ongoing political rivalry between her and Trump. The legal process could drag on for months, if not years, drawing in countless legal experts, witnesses, and public figures. On the other hand, if the DOJ ultimately decides not to move forward with charges, it could be seen as a vindication for Letitia James. Such a decision might bolster her claims that the allegations are nothing more than politically motivated attacks, and could strengthen her standing among supporters. However, critics would likely continue to question the integrity of the process, ensuring that controversy lingers regardless of the outcome. In the meantime, both sides remain in a state of limbo, anxiously awaiting a decision that could reshape the legal and political landscape. The uncertainty has left supporters and detractors alike on edge, with each new day bringing fresh analysis and debate. The DOJ's silence has effectively put the entire case on pause, leaving the public, the media, and the key players suspended in anticipation. The stakes are enormous, and the consequences of the DOJ's eventual decision will reverberate far beyond the individuals directly involved. As the waiting game continues, the drama only intensifies. Legal experts and political commentators are dissecting every possible scenario, offering predictions and insights, but ultimately, no one knows for sure what the DOJ will do. The uncertainty has become a story in itself, dominating headlines and fueling endless debate. For now, the ball remains firmly in the DOJ's court. Their next move will be pivotal, not just for Letitia James and Donald Trump, but for the broader questions of justice, accountability, and the role of politics in the legal system. The nation watches and waits, knowing that whatever happens next could shape the course of this high-stakes legal and political battle for years to come. If you want to stay updated on this unfolding story and more, make sure to subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video.